Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today guys, it's going to be day number 1 of my new series called Foundation Friday. So Foundation Friday is basically for the next 10 weeks I'm going to be reviewing and demoing a new foundation every Friday for the next 10 weeks. And it's going to be foundations that I've not tried before and that I'm not really familiar with. So I'm going to go a little bit out of my comfort zone just to kind of experiment a little bit and give you my opinions on what I think of the foundations. And then after the 10 weeks, I'm going to tell you guys what was my favourite foundation out of all 10 foundations. Okay, so the foundation that I'm going to be reviewing for you guys today is the L.A Pro Coverage High Definition Long Wear Illuminating Foundation. That was a mouthful. So this is what the foundation looks like. I have heard a lot about the concealers. I've never tried the concealers before. I'm dying to get my hands on some. So this is in the shade Porcelain. When I went and ordered this online, I thought that this was the lightest shade. Clearly not. I was told that the lightest shade was the shade Fair. I never knew they had a lighter shade. When I looked through the shade range, this looked like the lightest one they had. So I just ordered this one. You know how it is, guys. When you order a foundation online, you can never judge exactly what shade will suit you unless you've bought it before. But anyway guys, I'm not going to talk about this too much. I'm just wanting to get into the video so that I can put it on my face and see what I think. So if you guys like this video, don't forget to leave it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to be part of my little YouTube fam. And yeah, let's just jump right into this video. So let's just jump right into it. So I'm first going to start off by priming my face just as I normally would. And to prime today I'm going to be using my Benefit Professional Primer. You guys know I love this. I swear by it literally 100%. So my skin today is looking quite red. I don't know if that's just with me putting the primer on, but my face does have quite a few red patches here and there. So we're going to see how this foundation covers it. So I have already went and done my eyebrows off camera. I do have a video on how I do my brows. I will leave that in light below if you want to go and check that out, just to save a tiny bit of time in this video. Okay, so while the primer is setting into my face, I'm going to go ahead and talk a little bit about this foundation. So, like I said before the video started, this apparently is not the lightest shade. The lightest shade is Fair, but I never knew that at the time. So this is the shade I picked up, which is the shade Porcelain, and looking at it, it does look like it's going to be a tad too dark. But please, if it is dark, please do not bring me down for it. It's not my fault. You know what ordering foundation online is like. But anyway, we're not judging it on the colour, we're judging it on how it covers, how it sets on my face, mixed in with my concealer, how it sets with powder. Things like that. We're not judging it on the colour, so... But yeah, please excuse me if the colour is a bit too dark. So I'm going to take my little Anastasia metal plate. I'm going to put a few pumps of this foundation onto here. Okay, so... that is literally about 5 pumps, but... it looks quite liquidy, so that kind of worries me about the coverage. I was going to use a beauty blender for this, but looking at it, it looks very liquidy, so it probably will soak up a lot of product. So I'm going to go in with my trusty Morphe M439 Deluxe Buffer Brush first, and then I'll go in afterwards and go in with my beauty blender. So I'm going to just... okay. So looking at it in the mirror and on camera, it does look a little bit more yellow than I would go for a start. But that's not a big problem, we can make it work. Coverage? Wow. I really was not expecting this foundation to have that much coverage. It probably is because I'm caking it on, but we'll see once we've blended it all out and went over it with the beauty blender. It's covering up my redness quite well. As you can see, my skin is quite fair, so it is ever so slightly darker than me. I feel like Fair would have matched me a bit better than this one would have. But like I said, I didn't know they had the shade Fair back when I ordered it, so we're just going to work with what we have. So yeah, if you guys have any suggestions on foundations that you want me to try, definitely leave them in the comments below and I'll let you know if I've tried it already or not. I just need a lot of suggestions. It can be drugstore or high end. I am honestly not bothered. I just thought it'd be a fun thing to do on my channel. Oh my god, I'm getting it over my hat. Also, by looking at it, it does look quite shiny, which tells me it's not a matte foundation. I usually do go for a matte oh my god, look at my ears. Let's cover that up. So I do usually go for a matte foundation just because I feel like the coverage on a matte foundation is a little bit better than the coverage on a dewy foundation. Okay, so we're pretty much almost blended out. Okay, so that's me blended it out with the brush. I am actually quite happy with the coverage of this foundation. I am noticing, like in these areas here, the redness isn't quite gone. I don't know if you can capture it on camera. But we're going to put concealer on as well, so if this doesn't cover up the redness, then the concealer will. Colour difference. So I'm just going in with a beauty blender just to kind of make sure that it's blended out properly. It looks nice and smooth and evened out. Okay, so after blending it out with a beauty blender, it does look nice. It is a nice foundation, I'm not going to lie. I'm quite shocked for like a really liquidy foundation. But I don't know, there's just something I don't like about it. I think it's kind of like, because it's not a matte finish, is maybe probably why I don't like it. But once I put my concealer on and I set it all, it probably might, it might look a little bit nicer and I might end up loving it. We never know. So I'm going to go in with my beloved Makeup Revolution concealer. I've had this for, I've not had it for that long now, but I am in love with these concealers. I have done a review on these concealers. I will also leave the link to that down below as well if you want to go and check it out. These concealers, all I'm going to say is that they're amazing. I love them. They're so full coverage. For a £4 concealer, they're amazing. So I'm just going to use the shade C1. I'm going to highlight underneath my eyes and all the high points of my face. So I'm going to go ahead and blend the concealer out with my beauty blender and we'll see how much the concealer helps the foundation. All the products that I am using along with this foundation is the products that I would usually go for on a day-to-day basis. So like I said, I am giving this foundation a fair chance because it would only be fair if I did. I don't want to be using different products that I've never used before, because that might alternate the way I think about the foundation and might end up being good if I use the products that I liked. Okay, so the areas that the foundation never covered, the concealer is actually covering quite nicely. The concealer is also laying out quite nicely on top of the foundation as well, which is what I was kind of worried about, because, you know, some concealers can cake up on top of foundations. So that's it blended out pretty much. Okay, so after blending in the concealer with the foundation, I'm actually quite happy with how it's turned out. I'm not unhappy with it at all. But there is one more step before I can give it a final judgment. I'm going to go ahead and set my under eyes and set the rest of my face. Kind of give the last judgment after that. This could be the bit where it goes really, really terribly wrong and cake up, or this could be the bit that kind of tops off the whole video. So I'm just going to go in and set underneath my eyes using the Coty Airspun translucent powder. So that's my under eye set and all the high points of my face set, so I'm now going to go in and set my whole face using the exact same powder. So just dusting some powder over just to set it in place, nothing too dramatic. No baking, no nothing. literally just dusting powder over top just to set it all in place. Okay, so after the foundation being set into place, final judgments is it is a nice finished look. The powders gave it a nice finish. I actually do quite like it. Would I use this foundation again? Probably. I mean, I wouldn't go for this foundation. I wouldn't go straight to this foundation. It wouldn't be my go-to foundation, that is for sure. I do still like my beloved Kat Von D Lock-It foundation, which I've always loved and which I probably always will, but you never know, I might have a new favourite by the end of this Foundation Friday series. But yeah, I would not reach for this straight away on a daily basis. This would probably be my backup for now for a foundation if I had nothing else to go to. Say my other foundation, which I use daily, ran out, I would probably go for this one. The coverage is good, the way it sets my face is good, the way the concealer blends in on top is good. It is a good foundation overall. I would probably go back and use it again, but like I said, it wouldn't be like my holy grail staple foundation the way my Kat Von D one is. But it is a good foundation. I really, really do like it. I probably am going to go ahead and get the lighter colour. That might turn out a little bit better on my skin. Because like I said, there is a bit of a colour difference. Like, you know? Yeah guys, that just kind of wraps up this whole video. So if you liked this video, again, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. And subscribe to my channel to be part of my little YouTube fam. And press that bell button if you feel like it to be notified on when I do post a new video. So yeah guys, I will see you all again soon in my next video. Again, thank you so much for being here. And I'll talk to you all again soon. Bye guys.